This is without a net. This is a quote by Michael Hudson, the economist. Money is a claim on energy. I think this is really interesting that money is a claim on energy because it takes energy to build all of the stuff that we buy. And you can, in a sense, perceive if you looked at it a certain way, you could perceive this computer as embodied energy, or you could conceive the turnip that you eat as embodied energy, or the steak you eat as embodied energy. And that's not to dismiss the lives of the turnip or the cow or the creatures destroyed to pull up the oil to make the computer. It's one of the there's a I have a friend who believes that what the United States' problems mainly arise from having left the gold standard. And he talks about how fiat currency is based on faith, that the value that a dollar bill has is only because we all believe that it has a certain value. It's all a big agreement between all of us, but the dollar itself is worth nothing. And that's true. And the place I disagree with him is that he then argues that gold has inherent value. And so gold is a standard. But I always say to him, no, gold only has value because we agree that gold has value. What has value is beans or salmon or something you can eat. When a society collapses, I would much rather have, I don't even like beans, but I'd still rather have 10,000 beans than $10,000 when there is no market economy. And so I like to think about this in terms of, the reason I like that statement about money as a claim on energy is that it sort of gets at, here's what I'm trying to say. I am in favor of anything that moves us toward recognizing any sort of full cost accounting and recognizing that money isn't real. I mean, money is no longer even dollars for the most part. Now money is little zeros and ones on computer hard drives. And I mean, it's a pure social agreement. And I've also read enough military history and read enough history in general to know that, you know, you can have a absolutely wealthy person and another country invades and they take over. And sure, a lot of times they allow the rich people to stay rich, but I mean, the old currency is worth nothing. So it's not a real means of what went into the thing you're buying. So yes, I like this statement because I want for us to think all the time about the embodied energy that went into whatever it is that we're purchasing. And you know, a great example of this is I think about this every time I go over. Every 2 months, I go over for an infusion, a medical infusion for the Crohn's disease, and the amount that they put in me is just a small saline bag, you know, a small bag, like a quarter or a fifth the size of those big saline bags that you've seen in movies and seen in hospitals and stuff. So the point is that I get in a car and I drive a ton and a half for 200 miles or for 2 hours, so 120 miles there and back, so that I can bring back with me in my body this much stuff. But in order to do that, I have to carry, I don't carry, gasoline has to carry 2,000, 3,000 pounds. And we do that all the time because we don't recognize, because somebody else, in this case, what William Catton called ghost slaves, are actually doing the carrying for us. We're not actually putting out the energy. And I want for us to recognize the tremendous energy costs behind everything that we purchase. So as long as this makes us think about that a little bit, I'm all for it.